Hello everybody, in today's tutorial we shall learn how to perform screenshots using Selenium as well as by using your robot class. There is a reason why we will learn how to perform using both of these methods. Now screenshots, why are they necessary? For mostly two reasons. One is verification. So if you verify something and if it fails in the production, at least you have a proof that it worked when you are performing your test. And the issue might be something else. Second is if there is a failure during your scripts, a screenshot will help you understand why that script failed. So it will help you save your time during debugging. Now coming back to our code. In order to perform your screenshots, the code is we need to first create a file. So file file and give a name of the file. So let the name of the file be screenshot. So this particular file which we just created here is going to hold your screenshot. So hover over file and import it from java.io. Now once we have done that, we need to then go ahead and typecast your driver to a class called as take screenshot. So for those who do not know what typecasting is, say for example you have an integer, let's call this integer as a, and we want to assign this integer a as the number 10. It works fine, but what if I do 10.0? Well, that's going to throw me an error because 10.0 is float and this is an integer, so it's not going to work. The way we go around this is by typecasting this float to an integer. So basically typecasting is a fancy word for conversion. So we are going to convert this number into an integer. So the float turns into an integer and then it is assigned to the number a, and it works fine. In the same way, instead of 10, we'll be having the element or your driver. If you give your driver, the entire web page screenshot is taken, and if you type in an element, only that specific element's screenshot is taken. So this is going to be your driver, and this is going to be your class called as takes screenshot, like that. So let me cut this and paste it right here. Let me remove this piece of code. Here we go. Let me also go ahead and import take screenshot from Selenium, TAKESSCRENSHOT. Here we go, from Selenium. Let me save this. So once we're done with that, let me also remove this. Let me take this entire thing into a parentheses and let me do a dot get screenshot has, and as you can see it has an output type has a parameter. So OUT output type dot file. So this is going to take the screenshot since I've given driver, therefore the entire web page, and is going to save that into the file called as screenshot. Now this file is not saved anywhere. So the next step is we need to create a new file on your system. So file, let's call this file as output. It can be any name, is equal to new file, and we are going to save this file where. Now the moment you type a dot, this basically means your project, which is this thing right here, wherever it might be on your system. So if I do dot double forward slash, and it has to be in a parenthesis, so dot double forward slash, and let me give a name called as screenshot dot jpg, or png, can be anything, it doesn't matter. Once you do that, then this particular file is created within the folder called as or within your project folder, and it'll be created somewhere right here. If you want to put it within a specific folder, you can do that as well. For example, dot double forward slash target. So you just have to go ahead and type here target and so on and so forth. But for now, we'll keep it into the root folder called as screenshots. Now next step would be this particular file which is created called called screenshot.jpg is completely empty because the screenshot data is present here. So we need to copy this data from this file into the file which is present on our hard disk. So for that we need to import a module from apache.io. So go to your web page and search Apache IO. This is the one. So for those who are not using Maven, you can simply go ahead and download this and import that into your project. For those who are using Maven, simply search Maven repository. Go to your Maven repository, type in Apache IO. Here we go, Apache commons.io. Open that particular project. You can take any latest build, copy this. Again, for those who know, you can kind of go ahead and skip this. Go to your pom.xml, and these are your dependencies, right? So this is a dependency for JUnit, this is a dependency for my Selenium, and this is a dependency for commons.io. So for those who will not have it, this will be mostly empty. You can just go ahead and paste it right there. Then save it, and then a project will be built. So once your project is built, you can then come back and use the command called as file copy. If I remember, file copy. Give me 1 second. So it's called file utils, utils, file utils, and import the file utils from apache.io. Okay, why is it showing me an error? Anyway, file utils dot copy file, and if you can see, it will normally have an input and an output. So your input file is this file right here, which you have created, which has a screenshot. You're copying that file over your output file, which is basically the file which is going to be saved on your hard disk. And that's it. These are the 3 steps which you have to perform. File utils, I think it's copied over here. It has to be imported from apache commons.io.fileutils. Here we go. Let me save this and let me go ahead and execute this. So let me run this, and hopefully we should be having a screenshot of the Amazon website page. Let me go back. Okay, now here you cannot see any file, so better you go back over here and do refresh. Here screenshot.jpg, and if I double click on this, okay, it's not being seen. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and open this, open with system editor. Here we go. This here is a screenshot. Now, as I said, it's not necessary that you have to take a screenshot of the entire web page. If I just change the driver over here to the element, so this here is an element of the drop down box, which is this box right here. So let me inspect that to make sure it's the right one. Inspect this ID. We also go ahead and take it below so you guys can check it up. Okay, what's the ID over here? ID is search drop down box, search drop down box. So this specific button over here called as all. I'll just go ahead and take that element and replace it with driver, and now let me go ahead and run this piece of code. So instead of having the entire web page as screenshot, you'd be now having a screenshot of just this element right here. So let me go back to my page. Let me refresh this again. Where's refresh? Refresh. Okay, right click on this and open with system editor. Here we go. Now I have the screenshot of just that specific element and not of the entire website. A few points to note is when you're taking a screenshot by this specific method by using Selenium, it doesn't matter what is present above it. the screenshot will be taken regardless. And also the screenshot will not be just taken of this screen but of the entire page from top to bottom. So the screenshot will be pretty much long as well. So these are the two things which you guys should note. Now the drawback, sometimes a screenshot fails. Now it can fail for a variety of reasons, but in case if it fails, then you will not be having any kind of screenshot as a proof or to figure out why your test case failed. So it's always important to have a backup screenshot, and that backup is done by using your robot class. Now what do I mean by backup is you can go ahead and put a try catch such as try, put in your main screenshot file, for example your main screenshot code within your try block, and if there is an error, so catch any exception for now, exception E, it doesn't matter which exception for now, but if there is any exception, then we are going to run the code over here for the other screenshot. That is by using your robot class. Now this is pretty much simple, so let's type the code over here for the robot class. So first is we need to go ahead and import your robot class. So robot, let's call it as R, is equal to new robot, R-O-B-O-T, robot. You don't need anything else. Go ahead and import the robot from Java AWT. Here we go, the errors disappear. The next thing is, since we have the robot, by using a robot class you can go ahead and perform something called as capture screen. But as you can see, for capture screen it requires an object of rectangle. So we have to create an object of rectangle, and that object of rectangle will be having the size of the screen what the robot requires to capture a screenshot. Okay, so how to find the size of the screen? So the size of the screen can be found by using a class called as toolkit. So just type in toolkit like this, and you can import it from, I can't see an import, just type in toolkit.getDefaultToolkit. You can see from Java AWT.toolkit. So take that one. Here we go. Once you do that, I think is get screen size. Perfect. So by this you are getting your entire screen size. So the screenshot will not be just of the specific browser, but your entire desktop screen size. Here we go. Now once this is done, you have to kind of that specific method called has robot.getScreenshot. You should not take the toolkit, you should take a particular value called as rectangle. So let's create an object of rectangle. So rectangle, rectangle, let's call it as rect only. So first import rectangle from Java AWT again. Here we go. So that new rectangle, and in your parentheses or in the constructor, go ahead and paste this get screen size. So now your screen size is passed in to the object of rectangle, which is rect. So once you have done with that, now you can go ahead and use the object of robot, which is R. So R dot capture screenshot. So create screen capture. It accepts the object of rectangle, which is this one right here, perfectly well. Now with this you have got the object of your screenshot. Now unlike your object of the screenshot from Selenium, you cannot just save it as a file. It is a buffered image. So go ahead and create an object of your buffered image, like buffered image, give it any name, call as image maybe, and go ahead and copy this and paste it right here. So import buffered image again from Java AWT. So here we have the image. So once we have the image, we have to go ahead and paste this image or write this image onto your hard disk, and that can be done by using image io dot write. There is doesn't matter, I guess. Choose any, right? So the first object is going to be your image, so import right. It's coming because of null, I guess. Anyways, the first is going to be the image which you need to write. The second is going to be where you want to write it to. So okay, not where, but the extension of it. So the extension of this is going to be what? JPEG or PNG, can be anything. So let me call it as PNG for now. This one was JPEG, so let's keep it as JPEG. And the last parameter right here would be the location of the file or the file itself. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and create a new file, which is this one right here, new file. So let's take this, copy this and paste it right here. Here we go. So the place where the file is created is going to be the same. Let me max space, and now let me save this. So by writing these lines, you have now gone ahead and created a screenshot by using the robot class. So guys, in this way, even though one particular method fails, which is your screenshot by using Selenium fails, you'll still be having a screenshot towards the end. So that is it for this tutorial of screenshots. If you have any questions, do comment them below. If you like my entire series on Selenium, and especially if you like this video, do show your support by liking and sharing this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys for watching.